love torturing myself, and what better way to do that than by watching every single Illumination movie to make this video
for you guys.
No, but seriously, I hope you guys
enjoy this video.
This intro is so dramatic.
And state my case, of which I'm certain.
I can't stand arrogant people who look down on others and think they deserve more. Mike is exactly that kind of person, or a mouse, I guess. Every time he's on screen, I roll my eyes, and when the bears were chasing after him, I could only think, ha! Karma. Sorry, but Mike is just so rude.
Nasty look Jumbo!
Okay, that's it. Welcome to this Illumination Villain Award ceremony. The first award goes to Mike for being the rudest. I don't want to talk about Snowball. Well, I guess that problem is solved. It's been days, weeks, months, and I still don't know what to write about Snowball. He was just a menace to society. He killed a bunch of people on the highway, he tried to kill pet owners, but his plan didn't succeed. Instead, he decided he did want to be someone's pet again after a girl found him. In the sequel, he dresses up as a superhero, makes a rap song, and he becomes the hero of the movie, alongside some of the other pets. And the award for worst driving skills goes to Snowball!
And enough! Listen here and now!
Nothing Sergey does makes sense. Most villains have motivations. They want power or money. But with Sergey, I honestly don't know what he wants. He's already using exotic animals in his circus to make money, which is already wrong. But why does he have to abuse the animals? What does he gain from it? Sure, we could say he's just an evil guy, but come on. We have seen so many well-written villains with actual depth. And then we get Sergey, who's just doing random evil things for no actual reason. The award for worst motivation goes to Sergey!
It's called a coup d'etat, which is a French for coup d'etat.
Carlos is one of the few Illumination villains with an actual solid plan. I didn't think it was possible. Carlos wants to take over Easter because he has always worked hard as an employee, and in his eyes, the Easter Bunny's son isn't really capable of doing the job. And to be fair, at this point in the movie, that is 100% true. But something I don't get is why Carlos wanted to replace the Easter eggs with worms. I guess they had to give us a reason to hate him. If I'm being honest, the whole situation feels kind of hypocritical. Easter Bunny's son doesn't want to become the Easter Bunny and runs away, while Carlos is dying to be the Easter Bunny. It's his dream job. At the end of the movie, our other protagonist becomes the co-Easter Bunny, and he's a human. So was it fair that Carlos never got the chance to be the Easter Bunny, but a human did? No, that's super unfair! I'm not saying Carlos was a good person or a No, I made this joke already. We're not doing this again. And I get why he didn't get the job. Because, well, he's the villain. But in a movie where everyone is so unlikable, it's hard to root for anyone. Huh. Maybe that's why they added the worms. To make us think, oh no, that's horrible! Well, I'm not falling for your tricks, Illumination. Also, can we just talk about Carlos' character design? Like, what is this? And the award for worst transformation goes to Carlos. Huh, what's this? Oh, what the? I'll take that. Let's make a cool villain who looks really intimidating with a great reason to want to destroy Gru. What about a cockroach guy? Yes, great idea. Everyone will totally think that looks intimidating, and no one will find it silly. And for the reason he wants to destroy Gru, I thought it might be a good idea if he holds a grudge against Gru for stealing his song in a talent show that was like 1,000 years ago. Yes, that's an awesome idea. Everyone knows how it feels to hold a grudge against someone because they stole your spotlight. No, this definitely didn't happen to me. What are you talking about? Are you kidding me? Of course that's going to look ridiculous. Who holds a grudge over something like that for so long? Well, I mean, Gru could steal his spotlight again at a reunion, which would make him extra mad. Wait, that actually makes sense. But I mean, they still didn't give us any reason to take Maxime Lamal serious. But you know what? That's okay, as long as we get an epic final battle and he gets destroyed by a baby in 5 seconds. I had hope. Okay, not really, but it's worse than I could have imagined. And the award for most pathetic defeat goes to Maxime Lamal.
Thank you so much!
Scarlet Overkill is supposedly the greatest villain of all time, but in reality, she's just an immature crybaby. Every time she doesn't get what she wants, she throws a full tantrum. And this time, she wants the queen's crown, so she sends the minions to get it for her. But girl, you're allegedly the greatest villain of all time, and you have all these powerful gadgets that you could probably blow up an entire city. Please don't do that. Why are you sending the minions on a mission you could easily do yourself? Well, maybe she's just lazy like me and decided to watch movies all day. Like me. But to everyone's surprise, the minions actually succeed. One of the minions, Bob, even gets crowned. Scarlet explodes. She's furious. She was supposed to be the one crowned. But like, girl, Bob immediately changed the law to crown you. And you'd think she would be happy now, right? Wrong! She gaslights the minions into thinking they betrayed her, then she takes them to her basement to torture them like, excuse me? But the greatest joke of all, our oh so strong, greatest villain of all time, Bestie Scarlet, gets defeated in 2 seconds. I take my words back. She did need the minions to get that crown because she's just a big old phony. And also, I love her character design. And the award for biggest crybaby goes to Scarlet Overkill.
Yo, mean one, you really are a hero.
I've debated with myself for weeks now. Is the Grinch a villain or not? Eventually, I won the debate, but it wasn't without a fight. I said, if the Grinch is a villain, then wouldn't Lightning McQueen and Cusco be villains too? But then I said, yeah, but the Grinch is the only one with an actual evil plan that he also commits to. Like, the Grinch actually steals Christmas, and only after he stole Christmas, he had a change of heart. Whereas in the other characters have a change of heart before they did the evil thing. Besides, there's no other real antagonist in the story, so he's the main bad guy. Yeah, I'm still not sure if I should have counted him as a villain, but whatever, I counted him. But honestly, the Grinch is kind of a lame villain. He gives off grumpy old neighbor vibes. We all know them, the type who pops your football if it goes over the hedge. I'm still not over that. But I have to give him some credit, at least he actually managed to steal Christmas. And the award for best grumpy neighbor goes to the Grinch. I'm so disappointed with the Vicious Six. It's such a great concept, a group of villains with different abilities and aesthetics. Amazing! But guess what? The movie does absolutely nothing with this awesome idea. They barely get any screen time and their abilities are hardly shown. They only become a threat in the final battle, which to be fair, was epic. The award for most wasted potential goes to the Vicious Six.
I've been a bad boy!
They really went all in with the 80s aesthetic, and I love it. His character design, the music, and the fun commercials, they were so creative with this villain. But his catchphrase, I've been a bad boy, it's so cringe. However, there is one really important thing when it comes to being a good villain, and that is to have an epic final battle. Balthazar Brat is in a huge robot that looks like him, shooting lasers, destroying the town, and I thought, okay, this is pretty cool. But then Drew pushes one button and the robot is destroyed. How disappointing. But you know what? That isn't even the worst part of this final battle. After the robot gets destroyed, they decide to have a dance battle. They literally dance fight and then Gru steals Balthazar's electric guitar and destroys him with it. What? That's so stupid. Wait. Weirdly enough, I think I'm starting to notice a pattern here. The award for worst catchphrase goes to Balthazar Brat. Chef is easily one of the most intimidating Illumination villains, and he doesn't even say a word, he just growls. Chef's character design is awesome, and to be honest, I love the fact that he doesn't speak. But every time a chef is the antagonist, I can't help but think about the delicious food he's trying to make. Like, that is kind of what makes him the antagonist. He is trying to kill the animal, but then again, he's just trying to cook up a delicious meal. Though I have to say, Chef did get kind of obsessed with killing the ducks. He didn't have to do that. But now the most important thing. Was the final battle good? Yes, it was epic. The award for most obsessed goes to Chef. I'm investigating the matter because I started to notice a pattern in the Despicable Me franchise. They come up with a cool concept, for a villain. With El Macho, they had a great idea. He's a pretty cool villain. He drank snake venom, destroyed a car with his bare hands, and landed in a volcano while riding a shark with dynamite strapped around his waist. But then there's the second thing I've noticed. When it comes to the final battle, it's the most pathetic thing you'll ever see. The villain gets defeated in a second. For El Macho, it was a lipstick taser and a fart gun, and probably jelly. I mean, they didn't show this in the movie, but since the jelly turned him back to his normal self, that was probably something they used to defeat him too. Which, by the way, is such a weird thing to imagine. El Macho drinks snake venom and he's like, I'm fine, nothing happened. Then he drinks the jelly and suddenly it's, oh no, now I'm my normal self again, and he's defeated. But again, this is a pattern. They did this with the other Despicable Me villains too. They give them the most pathetic defeat you can imagine. I've solved the mystery! And the award for coolest villain goes to El Macho.
Let it die, let it die.
I hear you thinking, why is O'Hare so high up on the list? And to be honest, that's valid. O'Hare tries to sell air to people like, what? Well, he doesn't try, he actually does sell air to people. What? He doesn't look intimidating at all. He wants everyone to stay in the city, but he makes it so easy to get out, and he's honestly just an idiot. But then again, that's exactly what makes him so amazing. He has so many funny moments, and in my eyes, he's an icon. I guess this is just one of those cases of ironic enjoyment. You can't take O'Hare seriously, but that's exactly what makes it so funny. I mean, just look at him! I'd rather watch an over-the-top ridiculous villain who I find absolutely hilarious than a mediocre villain who's kind of boring. Wow, this is random. The award for worst hairstyle goes to O'Hare. Oh, hair. Yeah, I get it now. What a bad joke.
How bad can I be? How bad can I possibly be?
The Onceler's just a businessman with one mission, to sell his needs. He just wants to make money, which to be fair, we all do. I just wish I had money. But we're not all idiots like the Onceler who destroyed a world for it. Yeah. The Onceler also gives me ironic enjoyment, just like O'Hare. It's so funny to me how they missed the entire point of the original story. The Onceler could have been anyone, but this movie decides to blame his family for everything because they're constantly manipulating him. Wait, does that mean the family is the villain? Nah, the Onceler's still responsible for his own actions. The Onceler also gave us the hit, how bad can I be? It's awesome. The award for most idiotic businessman goes to the Onceler.
Alright, be that way. I don't care. Spoiled little brat.
You know what Illumination isn't really good at? Making a villain intimidating. But with Jimmy, they nailed it. This guy is threatening everyone over the smallest things. He knows he has power and he uses it constantly. So, you didn't put me in first place. No, wait, please, I'll put you in first place. I'll put you in first place. The award for most amazing ultra-talented villain goes to Jimmy Crystal.
Oh, yeah!
You know, I just said Illumination isn't really good at making villains intimidating. Well, for the last couple of movies, they were actually pretty successful with this. Until Maxime Lamal. Sure, Bowser's a huge simp, and you know his plan is going to fail before it even starts, but that's true to the Mario franchise, I'd say. This was also the first final battle in an Illumination movie where it actually felt like the villain had a shot of winning, and the stakes were actually high. That is very uncommon for an Illumination movie. Also, the casting was perfect. Jack Black was made to be Bowser. And don't even get me started on the song Peaches. It's amazing. The award for biggest simp goes to Bowser. Oh yeah! Honestly, there wasn't any competition. Vector is the first and best Illumination villain. He's an icon. He has so many memorable, iconic, and hilarious scenes. Sure, they're a little cringe too, but who doesn't love that? Besides, I'm not the one to judge since I'm pretty cringy myself most of the time too. Like now. Vector might not be the most intimidating villain. Actually, no one in the movie takes him seriously. But ironically, he's one of the only villains who actually succeeds. He stole the pyramid at the beginning of the movie, and you know what? He kind of won. He did steal the moon from Gru, even though it didn't go exactly as planned. And the award for Best Illumination Villain goes to Vector. And the number one spot is for Jimmy Crystal. I am totally not threatened to say this, and I'm not reading this from a script right now. I really think he is the best villain of all time. Hey guys, it's me, Smiley. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I just wanted to say I absolutely love making this video. This was actually the first time I've ever animated something, so it was definitely a challenge. But I love learning new skills, and since I'm constantly complaining about and praising animated movies, I thought it'd only be fair if I tried animating a bit myself too. And yes, it's definitely more work than I thought it would be. It took me about 4 months to create this video. To be fair, that's also because I had to design a character, banner, profile picture, and all that stuff. But I really think it all came together in the end. I'll keep animating my videos from now on, even though I kind of already regret it because it was a lot of work. Also, I have an Instagram and TikTok account now, so if you want, you can check them out too. The links are in the description. Anyways, I have to go now because I need to work on the Revival Era video. See you next video, hopefully. I mean, if you enjoyed this video, I'll see you there.